All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Oshinoko, Season 2, Episode 13. Finale time.
Finale.
And after that...
Yeah, after all that.
Yeah.
A body in the forest.
A body.
After they chased a crow.
And it's got the charm thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And we still don't really know what the deal is with the white-haired girl.
No, we don't really.
Like, she's just there giving creepy vibes.
Yep.
Which, the vibes have been plenty creepy.
Right.
But like,
we're here after all.
You're right.
Like,
but what's gonna happen?
We've been pulled back. In time and in place.
Yep.
So, yeah, Aqua, Ruby, maybe help ground each other a little bit here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there might also be just some things being revealed here to Ruby and company as a whole.
Yeah.
All of this could be very problematic, but we shall see. So, yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, whoa. Yep.
All right.
Oh.
All right. Oh, they still have more to shoot.
Of course. It's not a one-day shoot. Whoa. Wait, so he did know how and where.
Okay.
So he did crawl there. He did, like, die there. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Oh, this is so good, like, hearing, like, her thoughts while doing this. Oh.
Well, that's a whole lot of feelings.
Whoa. Whew. Okay.
Huh.
Dang. So much for that relationship ending.
Yeah.
Whoa. Trippy. Yeah. God, so creepy. And we just time skipped ahead, so we don't know what she told her.
Yep.
Well, already hit it back. Okay, so the shoot's done. Oh, no, they're going to an outdoor location.
Okay.
Oh. The star lit up just that little bit there.
アイドルの愛を刺し殺した大学生2人って言ったでしょ。さあそれを探すのがあなたの役目じゃない？
What? What?
I'm confused.
Yeah.
What is with the crows?
ルビーさん、お願いします。
いかにもアイドルとして教科書通りというか、まるで誰かの真似をしてるみたいな。
Right. She is imitating someone.
ママは20歳っていう若さで未来を奪われて、先生は殺されて、あんな暗い場所で16年も一人で。
She's gonna start her own vengeance kind of quest, you know?
Maybe.
許せない。どんな手を使っても必ず見つけ出す。
Okay.
Cool. The curse, if you will, just passed along
Yeah.
from, you know, Aqua to Ruby.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder if they got all
That's
that.
fun.
まあ、あとはゆっくり観光でもしていってよ。
明日の昼にはもう飛行機だ。
That's very fun.
I really like that because now we can give focus to Ruby and not immediately like undo Aqua's progress.
But Aqua will recognize that look, you know?
Yep.
オフライン編集
Uh,
切り張りしていい
yes.
とりあえず
That's gonna take so much time.
Good luck.
まあ来月
I love them just.
Yep.
2本目はちょっと時間もらっていい？
It was Ruby's
I
footage.
just changed my vision a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
商業クリエイターだってただのアーティストに戻りた
Mm-hmm.
い。
Yeah.
Yep.
Make something a little bit more,
Avant-garde.
yeah, artistic. Oh, yeah.
And then there's also that. Yep,
Just,
just sing
It's
under the
sick.
water.
あれって正式に付き合う
Oh.
顔赤いわよ。
Yeah,
湯あたりする前に上がりなさいよね。
that face isn't red for that reason.
Yeah.
聞いたわよ。今度映画の主演やるんでしょ。上映回数多くない映画だし、配給で作品語るんじゃないわよ。十分すごいことじゃない。
Yeah.
羨ましいわ。
Oh.
この波に乗れるかで黒川茜の今後が決まる。
It's a pretty big wave, potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
もうレンリアじゃないもん。
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
本当にのぼせちゃったみたい。
Oh.
Hey,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
just say that and then leave?
I think she just realized how much that potentially
Right,
just
right.
hurt her to be like, oh, it wasn't meant to be a jab. It was just the honest truth. Yeah.
お兄ちゃんはどうして役者になったのかな。小さい頃から監督のところで仕事して、この世
Uh-huh.
界に固執してる。会いたい人が芸能界にいるって私は
Nice.
思ってる。それって誰？
Gah.
私には全然わかんないけど、
Oh.
あんまりこの話。
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Oh, no.
みんな売れますように。
Uh,
うちのタレントが問題を起こし
Oh, I'm sorry.
look at all these innocent wishes.
早くアクアがママと先生を殺したやつを見つけ出せますように。
Whoa.
Okay.
Boy, what was Aqua's prayer? What was his wish? Okay, here's the music video. Whoa, that's so cool. Oh,
The way you can tell which ones were recorded on which day.
right, yeah. They're really taking advantage of their different personalities, you know?
Right. Okay.
Whoa.
All right, so that's that one.
Wow. That could go big.
通じたのか誰かの導きなのかそれは
新生 B 小町の知名度が大幅に上昇する契機となった。
It's fun.
そして
B, but
Half
also
a
K.
year.
それぞれの活動が
Whoa.
動き出す年の話だ。
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
okay.
finale. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Oh, God.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
okay. All right, so this spot.
生きてますか？言ったでしょ。足元に気をつけてって。
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, fun.
All right.
Fun.
Okay. The vibes for this show just go too hard. I don't really know what to do.
Right. We've got the great vibes with regards to going into the entertainment industry, the horrors with which people will subject themselves to in order to make themselves appear who they need to be in order to succeed in the entertainment industry, and then just the ways in which they've blended the supernatural stuff with the real life drama kind of stuff of, hey, people do crazy things for
all kinds of reasons.
For all kinds of reasons with regards to not just what they maybe believe to be love, but some kind of other kind of love.
That obsession.
That obsession. Yeah, exactly. That idol focus, if you will, that worship. I
love that we just opened with the cops are at the body.
Yep.
Because of course they are.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
And
as if
call it
anything
in
else
and
would
be
happen,
like,
right?
Yeah, they had their phones with them.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't in any danger.
Yep.
It's just the hello? Yes, we found the body.
Yeah, exactly, right? And so
Nice and quick, they end up getting questioned. They
but
end
that
up
means
going on the next day of shooting, and it's
Right.
still just like, yeah, that happened.
oh shit,
Oh.
you know, like which goes into the whole thing of like, yes, idols need to, you know, like, or just people in show business needing to, you know, sometimes, crazy shit happens, but we really
The show must go on.
We really have just the money for this 2-day trip. Like we gotta make this
shoot.
a whole thing, you know.
Yep.
So, okay, and that's, you know, it's a whole thing. That'd be crazy even if there wasn't a personal connection, right? But
yeah,
then
and everyone expects it to be crazy. They're like, hey, you know, we don't have to do the shoot
exactly.
tomorrow. It's fine, you know.
But then the name is out there that it was Goro.
Yeah.
Akane now knows that name and has that connection point, so she has
Right.
a whole boatload of
And
information.
we kept things from going into too crazy of a territory by having her draw the connection that, oh, gotcha.
Yeah, this
Okay.
was the dad.
This was the dad, basically.
Yeah.
So she's gotten the vibe of like, okay, so maybe you, like,
Right, this was
you
the
did
person you
something
wanted
here.
dead, and he's dead now. Cool.
Right.
You found the body. You know, you have your closure. Fantastic.
Right.
You know, but okay.
But she took it the wrong way potentially, or she thinks it's more connected to something of his past and that
Yeah.
he'd like to kind of move on from, but
So-
he needed her to see it so that she could see who he really was, which is true, but it's
Yeah,
not something
but-
that he wanted
Right.
to fully say because he's also wanting to move on from his past as
Right.
well.
That was the one bit of the episode that gave me like a hiccup where I was like, wait a minute. Like, is Aqua just saying this to like guide what she thinks happened or something?
No, I
Put
think,
the blame on himself or something, or no?
I think
he-
he's being honest.
He actually was trying to seed all that, while at the same time, the thing that actually made them find the body is a crow happening to take your room key, which is, you know, like so out there as far as, you know, coincidental, you know,
it's
stuff.
absolutely ridiculous supernatural stuff. So
Right.
the idea that he was saying all that, I do believe him. I think he was more just feeling this guilt because he has been using her and he just wants to be able to reset everything and be done with that now that he's done with his vengeance.
Yep.
And so this is genuinely him just being like, I have spent all this time trying to protect someone because of the complex I've taken from my past stuff, not just with regards to but with regards to my actual mother, that I now feel like I can transition to then wanting to just protect you and live a life here as Aqua and just Aqua, and that's it. Which, hey,
Okay.
if we can get that, that's wonderful. But I love the idea that he'll now have to protect Ruby as she then starts
Right.
to
And-
basically become enveloped with this curse of vengeance.
Exactly.
As she realizes, oh, I have someone that I want to kill, to slaughter, to have die.
And if she ever
Okay.
brings that up to Aqua, then, well, I guess because he thinks
He'll
the
click.
person's dead, but yeah.
He'll click with things because there were two people there. There were two people there.
Right. And that was another...
Well, see, the thing that's cool about that is that we knew that had to be somewhat the case and that there were multiple people involved in stuff because the stalker is not the dad. The
Right.
stalker is not, the person that would have had the information. They were given the information.
Right.
But the idea that there would be two people there at the hospital also was not guaranteed before this, but we knew at the very least that someone let slip the info
Right.
back
and
to the stalker so
with-
that he would be able to even find the hospital with them
exactly.
there.
And with the, like, things like the hair color and whatnot, that makes me think that it's the dad. But
Yeah.
and granted, I don't know entirely if I want to trust the source from which the information was given.
Right.
But there was mention that the other person looked to be about middle school age. So that person couldn't have been the dad.
Well, no, it could have been. So here's the way it works, basically, is that she was 20 when she died.
Uh-huh.
All that it would take is basically that the dad was like 18 when...
No, but if she was 20 when she died, so she's 17 at the hospital, or around there, right? But if the dad, I guess that it just would have been really young.
Oh, yeah,
but
really young.
Because that's even after the like taking the baby to term.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
But okay.
But she was already a kid when she had the,
No,
when she
right,
had
but
the baby.
No,
But-
right, but that's significantly like younger than even how old I was, right? Because
No. It's
No?
It would just basically be 2 years separate.
okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't need to be that much different. I think the part where it's maybe a little bit odd here is that they would be there.
Sure. Yeah.
I feel like the idea of being able to leak the info is one thing versus being like, no, I specifically followed to that location
Right,
and stuff.
if they have the stalker that's going along with them and they're helping feed them info, that could be where it was an actual quid pro quo relationship, where it's the, hey, I'm young, I can't really get around and do all this stuff, right? You're
Yeah.
older and all that stuff, so you'll help me out. But yeah, it's wild stuff. It's
Right. And so the part that I'm curious about here is that then the final scene that we get, the end credits scene, being one where we have our, Mamoru Amayano, like Amamiyano.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's not literally an Amamiya or anything.
Yeah.
But just the idea that he's still killing, or at the very least,
Right.
this is another instance of somebody that he's just has killed or is killing.
But then also, what's the purpose of the eyes being shown to be in the in the eyes of the people that he kills? Is that something where it's signifying the life that is leaving? Okay, cool.
I
but
think it could just be the way that he sees things.
Sure. Okay.
In his mind, he's
I
killing
like that
any that
interpretation.
see that he sees the light that I had in her.
Okay.
In others,
Sure, because we've only seen that look in the eyes for people that actually were blood related to I.
Right. So for his thing being that he was connected to I, maybe he ended up basically being the one that, from a symbolic perspective, carries the killer thing in this story.
Right.
So he passed on that curse, if you will, to his kids who want to then kill
sure,
him.
and he has the dark stars and
And he
stuff,
has the
so
dark
it's the
stars,
opposites attract, all that, with him and I probably.
Or just the idea that he is the symbol of the murderer, of the killer, of the
Right.
one that carries evil.
Yeah.
And so, given that he literally bore through his seed and I's body, these children,
Right.
they would then carry the DNA of the killer.
That's the thematic connection kind of thing for them to then have it. Not that they could be capable of wanting to kill someone, because anyone can do that, but having it specifically have the representation of the Dark Star in their eyes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And which, by the way, I think that is a fantastic. So Ruby then becoming the Vengeful One. I think that is an absolutely fantastic. It is simple, but it is an inspired way to make it so that we can not lose on the impact of what Aqua has gone through and him coming to this peaceful resolution and everything, and not needing to completely upend that for the purpose of the story continuing, while still being able to make the story continue, but with the same tone as it had before.
Yes.
Because you could easily have it be something where, and now the story continues, and they live their happy lives as we go into, like showbiz stuff. But that wouldn't have the same undertone of,
Right. Well, it would have to pivot into the idea that the entertainment industry itself is the thing that carries the curse of the darker side of things.
Yeah.
But to me, I feel like the show is taking a big risk by putting so much scaffolding on the absolutely ridiculousness of this girl in white hair with crows surrounding her, setting up all the coincidences and also this chance meeting or what have you, in order to help pass along the info so that the story can continue in this way, is, in my opinion, not good writing. That's kind of the kind of thing of where you're like, hey, and then suddenly
a miracle happens.
Supernatural stuff, which, again, we've had that in this story. But the way that this was done is like with what limited stuff we have right now, this girl is obviously not just a girl. Yeah. She's something more. We have the idea of gods being brought up in a tangential way, but, semi-connected manner. We have reincarnation just being a thing. We have a couple things that can be explored with that.
Sure.
But there's no immediate logical explanation in real world terms as to what that was. So in a lot of ways, it's something where you have to kind of put yourself out on a limb hoping that the show knows what it's doing and that it will tie it all together rather nicely later. But for now, you kind of have to just go, and suddenly Ruby knows.
And accept it,
And accept it.
Yeah.
So I have watched enough anime to know that this can be pulled off.
Oh yeah.
But it's one that I would say is a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah. I will also say, kind of in slight parallel to that, the dad and showing him that he's still killing and things like that,
or if that was just a past thing or
whatever it was, right? This feels like a confirmation of what we got in the earlier episode with him at the graveyard, where it's this is like full villain introduction stuff, right? It's not and hey, we're like, here's the example of how I don't know. Like it's this dude has the fur coat and everything. Like he's
you would just say like he's a villain. Yes.
Yeah, villain. Yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to
what maybe could have been more just commentary on obsessive culture and possessive partners or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so he's a villain. He's a villain. He definitely has the framing of somebody who could have more nuance to him, which I think is what you're trying to get at.
No, I think this is implying less nuance.
No, obviously this is that. But you were saying that before there was a chance of him having more nuance.
Because it was more of a concept, and through the lens of Aqua, who is so obsessed with this hunt itself.
Yeah, so now it's he's just a villain. He is full on a murderer. He has murdered before. He is murdering still. Yeah. And while this is a scene, this end credits bit is a scene completely out of context other than just his age. Yeah. All we know is that he was indirectly involved in some way with the hospital incident.
Right.
Which I would love to cook with. is that personally,
All right.
I find that if you're going to have a villain personified in this anime about the evils of the entertainment industry,
Okay.
one of the things that would be very fun to have happen, and also has been kind of properly set up with the way that I must have met this guy, is that he is the personification of the charisma within the entertainment industry.
Sure.
He seduces you.
Yeah.
He brings you in. But he doesn't tell you basically what you're selling in exchange for, how much of your soul you're selling in exchange for being successful in this world here. So if the idea is that he's tied to like a powerful family, or he himself is somebody that is in the entertainment industry, but he can't have any scandals with him or what have you, so he
he was another kind of star of a similar caliber to I, just in a different part of the entertainment industry, and he's continued to be successful and had his meteoric rise or something like that.
And he's been trying to clean his slate of like, oh yeah, I left two traces of my existence in this connection here, and I must have them killed, so I will use other people to do it. One, it shows that we're really leaning hard into the like full-on Death Note levels that this story had in terms of the way it started with, oh yeah, this guy is a sick psychopathic genius in that at a young age he was conspiring to have I killed early, and I mean early. And now, as a fully grown man, he's nightmare given form.
And yet, also, while being that level of a schemer, he unintentionally fathered in this case 2 kids that were being born while he was still of middle school age.
Yeah, that's possible.
Okay.
Yeah, that's possible. It's delightfully spicy and going to be the source of a lot of
there's a lot of material to work with,
and there's a lot to dig up here basically, but it feels apropos then that he would be this kind of person. He is meant to be the dark image of what Aqua could have been if he continued along this vengeful path,
and that's why the thematic through line for Aqua is still alive and strong, right?
Right, because it's not just that Ruby is now conveniently taken that side of things there. She at some point will probably pass along her desire, her wish to Aqua, and then it will be both of their struggle to basically link arms, hold each other up, not fall entirely back into that side of things, but still find a way to protect those they care about, find a way to deal with this guy, figure out how to win the fight overall, all the while navigating the entertainment industry. And you've got plenty of content for seasons to come with however you want to do this. Obviously, he has no reason to suspect that he needs to kill his kids now, because there's no way that they could find out who he is or anything from his perspective.
Right, which is
a way that you can keep the story going along and not have to rush it to. He's like, okay, cool, now go kill both of these kids or what have you.
Right, because damn, no one expects the reincarnation Inquisition. Like, sorry, bud. You had a perfect murder plan. You did it, and all that stuff. You got away
they're just
scot-free.
kids now,
They were 3 years old. What the fuck could you possibly have to worry about? Apparently a whole lot. So, yeah.
And that's the finale. We get the music video, which was really cool.
That was fantastic.
And I love the way that they kind of overlaid the shots of them with their different colors and stuff over the like live action footage of the environments and stuff. But then the way that they used the red that would cover over each of the members of the idol group when they were in their like evil modes, and then they kind of blended that with rubies that stood out way more than when
because they have the literal dark stars,
Right.
Yeah.
So it just felt so cool that if this was the mainstream commercial, just regular one,
get on the map music video.
What's the artiste one gonna be?
The artiste one is going to be pretty wild, because just the shot that we got of Ruby just there in the water,
the river.
It's the full beginning of the show. oh, you need me to be creepy? Just be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, just be regular.
Right,
You know,
right.
That's creepy enough. You know. Okay.
That's so cool.
And with all these crazy developments and everything happening, like, okay, Akane, I understand how she's like fully in this, right? You know, as far as this other like kind of conflict. But then I'm like, oh, poor Kana. Like the fact that she not only like, you know, it's not a fake relationship anymore. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. No,
I gotta
no
go.
context, no explanation. It's just that. Now, bye.
Bye. I love the very real kind of drama side of things with this because it's not her responsibility to talk about her personal life with Kana or what have you.
Oh, totally.
But Kana's kind of doing the like, hey, I'm looking out for my, you know, idol mate's brother here, and I don't want your stuff with him to like start affecting our kind of dynamic as a trio here. So can you like do what's best for everybody here and like wrap this up at this point,
and
which
also
feels like a fun way of flipping what Akane did for Aqua with Kana being like, hey, if you're gonna date her, you know, you probably shouldn't, you know, you should think about her a little bit more in her career and everything.
And I'm sure from Kana's perspective, there's also the element of it where it's the, hey, I'm a bit more versed in the showbiz thing.
Yeah.
You don't need to let the fake relationship go on that long, honey.
Right.
Like, you know, you do your thing, you did it, awesome, cool. Nobody's expecting it to last that long. You can do
let
other
it go.
things.
Yeah. And obviously there's that little bit of jealousy angle from both of their perspectives with things.
Right.
But then the like, oh no, I do care about you, Kana, and I owe you a bit of honesty in that like it's actually a real thing. And then she realizes, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that, one, but two, I said that to Kana, who...
Yeah, and I just want to point out, now granted, that might not be the same as finding a dead body and all that stuff and then needing to record the next day, but Kana also had to record the next day after she just found that out, and it's like, oh no, but this is,
There's a lot of spice, there's a lot of drama in this show, and it's fun to see the show let its consequences from previous decisions and character, you know, moments and stuff actually follow through to then now where we are kind of in a whole new phase of the story with Ruby now being the one that will carry the desire for murder.
Right.
And because we did a time skip, she did not share this at all with Aqua during that time skip there.
But we've got the proposal, the 15-year lie.
Yeah, that's fun because that means the director is writing up something here, because this is the director's computer and office here. I'm 99% sure.
Oh, okay.
Because he was the whole thing with the files and everything. So he's been potentially researching I, and the guy might be about to do some kind of like documentary or some kind of thing or what have you about Ai's life.
I mean, yeah, okay.
And that's cooking a bit too hard potentially, but just the idea that like that's one of the little teaser bits that we get here at the end of everything.
Right. Now, is there any way that if something like that is happening that it could be like all right, okay, here's how we really make them blow up. So, you know, you have a thing like this that's like, okay, it's a lie and all that stuff, but it's also like a lie that gives them backstory and that they weren't necessarily a part of or maybe didn't know, you know, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But then just the final shot being with Aqua and Ruby. Aqua doesn't have the stars in his eyes anymore.
Nope, and
because
she does.
He's not anymore obsessed with Ai. He's kind of been able to have his closure and let it go.
Yeah.
But Ruby was the one that was not just the Ai super fan. Like she was like the super fan. Like her life's final, you know, months and year basically was focused on her being her saving grace during that time. But now it's the person who would have grounded me to my previous life, who helped me during that time, even though, yes, it was just a childhood crush.
Right.
From her perspective, that man is dead, feels so poignant in that, yes, finally, at the end of this season, Aqua let Goro die.
Yeah.
And so she's right in that someone did
Die.
kill. Right.
Yeah.
So someone did kill them.
Yeah. The thematic.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's the.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Right.
What kind of emotional damage would it do if Aqua told her now at this point of like what had actually happened?
Yeah, it's wild stuff.
Hold on, let me go get some water so I can rinse off the soap suds from my hands here. Like this is this is properly soapy.
Yes, and that's where there's that part of me that's a little bit worried. Because I really liked hey, let's tell a story of a person's individual struggles as they go through some cool new showbiz thing that we're going to show off to you.
Right. There's each arc had a showbiz thing that we would learn. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I want that to continue.
I
think they can do it, but I think this time skip is basically the acknowledgement that we're changing this show so much as far as the status quo.
Yeah.
That we
got to reintroduce you.
We have to reintroduce everybody with maybe a smaller
and that is
specifically.
That is when you want to do time skips. You know, there have been enough bombshells that kind of everyone is going to be pretty fundamentally different from this.
And so we need to reintroduce you to where they've changed.
Yeah, and where that shift in direction has then, 6 months in the future, okay, now they're over here.
And it is harder to get on board with we don't get to watch that evolution change, but it's probably mostly for the sake of just having the next exciting thing happen rather quickly.
And it does help when the characters or the circumstances are ones that tend to then bottle things up.
Yes, right.
Because then it's in the Kaguya standpoint, it's and 6 months have passed. Right? Like, and in this case, and 6 months have passed. Not with the unrequited love thing.
No.
With something much darker.
Something much more ugly, bubbling underneath the surface. All right. Season 3 is confirmed.
Yep.
At some point. So we'll be looking forward to that. But thank you all so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next show's first episode reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.